In this case study interview you're about to watch, I'm talking to an amazing Continent Scale user and business owner, Joe Crivello-Sorensen, the CEO at TopClick Joe. He's been a business owner since 1989, based in Colorado, and he's one of our agency and beyond users, producing over 100 pieces of content per month with our AI at Continent Scale. Joe is an amazing business owner, and the truth is, he puts so much care into how he treats his clients and his team that his business has no choice but to succeed. And that's why I'm so thrilled to share this case study with you. You'll get to hear from Joe himself, as well as get to see two hardworking members of his team based in the Philippines. They're on this call as well, his SEO manager and the AIO writer running Continent Scale. We also have Greg, one of Joe's clients, on this case study. He comes in a little bit later at the end to talk about how Joe brought him almost $1 million in new business in under 2 weeks with Continent Scale written content. Yes, he was able to rank for an SEO keyword that was high ROI in the restoration industry, and he was able to net just under $1 million in new business. Pretty astounding. So you'll want to catch this whole interview. It was good stuff, and Joe talks about how he couldn't have done it without content at scale. So let's get into it.
All right. Hey,
Hey.
I look small because I have these 42-inch screens. I have 3 of them. Plus, I have a 65-inch screen on my wall. So I do a lot. Yeah, well, my wife says I just want to feel cool, right? So everything's way back there. This is Bess right here, and she's my boy. She's only been with us about, how long have you been with us now, Bess?
Oh, I started about 2 weeks, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, 2 weeks, and she's already writing pillar pages for me.
Amazing.
Yes, I got great stuff for you, man. I'm excited.
Oh, I'm so excited.
Well, if you being the president of the company, actually, I was a little jealous when you got it. I was like, oh my God, everybody's waiting for that job, that one thing that comes around that's going to make them a billionaire. And so, but you know what? I know all about you, Julia. I've read all your stuff. You're extremely intelligent. Your writing style is unbelievable. Listen, your craft thing is what's going to get everybody to use this, because I taught, I didn't teach Bess. Bess was taught by my other Filipino AIO writers, right? So now I'm not even having to train. They're training each other. It's
amazing. That's beautiful.
And I'll show you some stuff. So there's Chucky. Hey, Chucky.
Hello. Hi, Julia.
Hi.
I couldn't get a hold of you. I thought you fell asleep. I was like, man, I'm going to fly to the Philippines, man. So, and how would you like to start this? Do you want me to tell a little background about me and how I got where I'm at, or how do you want to go with this?
Yes, please, Joe. Let's start there. Yeah. So
Okay.
I'll do a short intro and then I'll bounce it back to you to tell us about your business.
Go ahead.
Cool. Awesome. Well, as Joe said, I'm the president of Continent Scale, and I'm delighted to be here with, honestly, what is one of our rock star AIO adapters, users, not just a user of the technology, but training his whole team and even giving the keys of that to them. So now they're running it themselves, the craft framework, the AIO process, and he's seeing great results for his clients, one of which will join in a little bit later, talking about a $500,000 success story. Pretty incredible. So we had to get Joe here on camera talking about it. So Joe, would you like to start by telling us what you do?
So what happened here is I owned a water, fire, mold restoration company in Colorado Springs, Colorado for 27 years. We had a roofing division and a flooring division. I had a whole flooring store too. So for 27 years, my wife and I ran that. We had 47 employees. I did all my own marketing. So when I sold it 8 years ago, of course, my wife retired. I'm 66, so is my wife. But I do CrossFit every day and I eat good, so I feel good. And my mom lives with us. She's 90, so I don't think I'm going anywhere soon.
Wow, I would have guessed 40s, Joe.
Come on. You know, okay, so yeah, these guys will say the same thing because I pay them. And so no, I pay them to say good things. No, so what happened was I sold my company and I was going to be a consultant because I can take a company from $1 million to 5 to 10 million. We were doing about 10 million a year in our business. So
wow.
So what happened was this guy contacted me because I teach people around the world how to do odor control using chlorine dioxide gas. And that's a whole nother story. I also own a company where we sell the products. So yeah, there's
Wow.
no slowing down for me. So that's how I
Amazing.
got a lot of my clients, right? Carpet cleaners do odor control like cat and smoke and all that. So I started training all these people, and I train, like I just did some training with one of my clients that just got a $200,000 fire job. And so I walk restoration companies through it that are new at this stuff because I know it. We've done several $1 million jobs over my career.
Wow.
So I understand the industry well. So I came to this thing. And so this guy contacts me and says, hey, do you want to be my partner because you know the service industry so well? So that's how I got into Google advertising. It was like, I already did it for myself. This is 7 years ago now. He passed away about 6 months ago of cancer. It was a terrible thing. So now it's me. And so him and I had a different idea how to run a business. He wanted to take half the money. I wanted to use all the money to hire employees. I now have 13 employees, and 12 of them which are in the Philippines. And then I have my wife's cousin does all our Facebook stuff here. So that's how I got into it. And that's how I have so many clients, because people know about me because of the restoration industry. And I just had this, I have a private group that they can ask any question about mitigation or things like that. So most of my clients do carpet cleaning, water damage, fire, mold, plumbers, those kind of things. Okay. So now, so here we are today. And what happened was, I don't even have a high school diploma. I had dyslexia when I was young, they didn't know how to teach you. Right. So I was in the class with all the people that couldn't learn. So I dropped out in the 9th grade. I've always been very street smart. And, I've figured things out, how to grow big businesses. So my talent is learning I know how to hire very good talent. That is my talent. I know how to hire people way smarter than me that know how to do their thing. Like Chucky down here, I'm going to let him introduce himself and tell him Chucky, tell us what you do. Let me finish this thought. Now, what you're going to find out about me, Julia, is I have 1,000 things in my head all the time.
I can tell.
I really prayed. I even got my cross on under here. Please, Joe, stay on subject. So I think people hire me because they want to get rid of me. They want to shut me up. So what happened was this. I'm a terrible writer, but Black Friday came along, and of course you guys weren't advertising a lot then. It was Jasper. So I bought their whole year deal, and I couldn't believe what I can do with this software. And so all of a sudden I'm using this software and I'm like, hey, I think we can write blogs and stuff. Then I found you. So I'm like, what is this content at scale thing? So I bought 5. You had this deal where you can buy a few, I think, and I tried it. I'm like, whoa, this is pretty good. And then I did the next level. And now, of course, I'm on the highest plan. In fact, I just had to buy another 10 blogs. We're doing more than 120 a month now. So I'm like, okay, I'm going to talk to them about moving up beyond that deal now. So my writers are there, and I'll show you some of the stuff. Well, I'll share my screen and show you some stuff in a little while, but that's how I got here. We understand SEO. And by the way, I just read your article, Search Engine Land. Is it Search Engine Land? Yeah,
yes, that's
really good article. I didn't know where you were going with it at first because I have some different beliefs and I see results, but you hit the point when it's all about intent.
Yes.
Everything is about intent. It doesn't matter if there's 100 words or 10,000 words. If the intent is there, it's going to work. So Chucky, you've been with me now, how long?
A month and a half.
Month and a half. They're all new and they're rocking and rolling. Okay.
Amazing.
And how you helped me.
Yeah. My experience with SEO has been like 9 years already. And it was just the first time that Joe introduced me to content at scale. And then when I saw it, it's like, man, this is how you write content. You really to rank. Like what I do here is just I do the keyword research where I will find what's the exact keyword that could rank a site and give them the exact value or provide them the best customer they can get. So with content at scale, I see it that it's very kind of easy
Hmm.
to, like, if you have this keyword, you can rank it easily with content at scale, even without backlinks. Because
Mm.
I saw it like this one pillar page with a lot of keywords on it in the thoughts within those page, right? So I'll just do the keyword research and submit to Bess here, our writer. So basically me, I just do the strategy and then they write the content.
Now,
And
Chucky has a team under him that we've hired
yes,
also that work for him. It's not just Chucky doing all this stuff, because we have a pretty big company, and
mm,
he's like, I've had other SEO people. I've never, he does Google Business Profile for us, and he does a lot. He's kind of
Wow.
modest because he does more than you can imagine. The guy knows a lot more than me. And then
mm,
here comes Bess, and I hired Bess to do blogs, and then I saw her writing style, and I'm like, you know what? I'm going to pull you over here and you're going to do the actual pillar pages. That's something that would be really cool, Julia, if you guys would come up with something that does, a pillar page is not like a blog. It's
Mhm.
it's H2 paragraph, H2 paragraph, H2 paragraph. And what we do is we'll write, like, I don't know, we just did one that's 13,000 words. It goes way against what you just wrote about. 13,000 words. But what we
I
do is we
love
do
it.
a blog post to each of
Yeah.
those H2s, and those
Yeah.
H2s link to the blog. Of course, the blog links to the page.
Smart.
That page links to the home page. And that's how I got a plumber to rank 2 hours away from his location within a week for emergency plumber. He's like number 3 organic, and he was on like the 30th page. And so
Wow.
I got him to rank. And so I believe content is important, but I understand backlinks. We also have a team of 60 people that can do backlinks for us. So I have a big team over there, and there's nothing I can't get, that I need. Now, Bess, you've only been with us a couple of weeks. I saw your writing style. You really impressed. In fact, she's the sister of my Google Ads manager. So
Oh,
now I'm bringing on families, right? In fact,
love it.
me too, as she's my personal secretary. But tell them what you're doing now, Bess, and how cool this really is.
Yes. So hi, Julia. It's Beth again. So it's actually a pleasure for us to be part of the company. And I was actually introduced with content at scale. Well, to be honest, I'm actually not into blogs because for me, I actually mentioned that to Joe that for me, I guess my talent's all about speaking. So I was actually shocked when it comes with I have to write like let's say about 3,000 words. I was shocked. But when it was introduced to me and how you're going just to simply optimize it with the SEO and stuff, then yes, I would agree with Chucky. And it was really a cool application wherein you can have everything. You simply just need to, like for us, we just have the URL posted. Content at scale does everything for us. And then at the same time, we just need to, I mean, you have the score, you have all the keywords presented to you. So all you need to do is just really check it out and do the stuff just to make sure it ranks. And I guess it's really working for us.
Well, it is.
Amazing.
And what she's saying is you really don't. I'm not, listen, so I did something, I don't know if I was supposed to do it, Julie, but the class that you guys have for people that are in this program, like the extended class, I
Mhm.
copied all those classes and gave them to my writers because there was more information. And so I want them to, like, you guys are doing all my training. I don't even have to train anybody anymore
Yeah.
because you're doing it for me. And listen,
yeah,
Yeah.
I've owned a company for 7 years. We did small time SEO, like technical SEO, on page SEO, didn't do a lot with content. Now this has changed our whole strategy. That's what we're doing now is we're going after clients now. Like I went after my own clients first. I'm going after them first. And for $2,500 a month, we'll do 12 blogs a month. We'll do Google ads. We'll do SEO, Google ads, Facebook ads, Google Business Profile. We do all the Facebook advertising, organic Facebook. So there's not a lot of people doing it for that price, right? And the reason we can do it for a price like that and still make a profit is in the Philippines, the cost of living is much different than America. For instance, I might pay $3,500 for a mortgage. They might pay $350 for the same size property. So you already know the difference is like that. So when they're being paid, you know, 1,000 a month or something like that, that's like us getting paid 6,000, 7,000, 8,000 here. So it works out really well. And you know, quite frankly, I haven't found a good American employee that I like, except my wife's cousin who works for me, that I can work with. And they're all in the Philippines are respectful. They're all college graduates. Every one of them have a college degree. They're much smarter than me. And it took Bess has been here 2 weeks and she's writing. She just wrote a 13,000 word pillar page. 2 weeks in. Now she's having to use others. She's having to use Jasper because of the way it works. But we're also using content at scale.
Yeah.
We use content at scale for all the blogs to go to all those H2s. So I think if you guys can figure out how to have another deal where it does pillar pages, you grab all the market now. You have the whole market, right? Because we're writing, you know what a pillar page is. Have you been to my website and seen that stuff? Okay.
Yes.
So it's mandatory that they watch every video you do.
Yeah, that's right.
So that's kind of mandatory. Like, I'm like, well, God, if they're going to do all my training, I'm cool with this. Really, if you're watching this video, this is not a joke. I was not writing content. Yes, we build websites and I understand headlines real well because I'm a good marketer. I'm just not I can't write long form. Like I'd be staring at, if I was going to write one of the blogs that you guys do for me, it would take me a month. It would, and I'm not even sure I can get it the same way. Your blog stuff, like now that you can go after the highest ranking blog and put that URL in, and then you wait 10 minutes and you got this thing that's like, this is unbelievable. Now they spend a minimum of 2 hours on every blog doing artificial intelligence optimization, right? So we learned all that from you and your team. And so I make sure we you know, one thing that I did learn that I have to go back on all the pillar pages is not having a conclusion, because a conclusion is not a keyword. And so I'm learning from what you're teaching. You're not just a software company. We're excited because we're able to do stuff we couldn't do before. And yes, I brought in an extra $10,100 in the first month of using your product, of new clients, because of what we can do. Now, there's a lot more involved. We do audits on their website. We do SEO audits. They get like 500-page reports, right? And it has everything that's wrong and everything that's right. So I'm able to turn people fairly easily with that. And without your software, I couldn't deliver. So I'm telling them, how do you write 12 blogs? What were you charging for? What would you charge in the past for 12 blogs? What would that cost?
Well, you know, I sold a writing agency that did just
I know
this. Oh my gosh, that would have been upwards of $4,000.
So my clients are getting 12 awesome blogs plus Google Ads management, Facebook posts, Google business profile for $2,500.
Incredible.
And it's because I don't have the expense other companies have, right? So I can do it like that. And, you know, I sold my business. It was a very profitable business. I don't need to work. Entrepreneurs, what do they do I don't fish or hunt. I hike. My wife knits. So I don't know what else to do. And actually, I lived in Texas for 13 years. My wife is Texan. Fort Worth, Texas. I lived in Arlington for 13 years. So I love Texas. I just don't love the summer.
No, it's hot. It was 106 yesterday. It's very
gosh, I'm in Colorado and it's like 70.
Nice. But going back to that, the 10K you added, I want to point out too, that when you told us that, it sounded like it was only 5% of your client base.
It is, because I have all these clients, right? And so I haven't
over
reached
200.
I'm not going to get all my clients because I'm a sucker to help starving carpet cleaners out. And I'll do Google ads for them for almost nothing and try to get them work. And you know, because I was in the industry, I'm a terrible business person to own an agency because I give way too much away because I just care, right? I really care.
That's perfect though. Like that's trust building.
Well, I have, if you've been to my website, Top Click Joe, you'll see all the testimonies on there that I have, not written testimonies. I do video testimonies because if a picture's worth 1,000 words of a testimony, a video's worth 1,000,000 words, right?
Yes.
So it really pays off. And I'm not interested in being the biggest company in the world. Well, like a little bit I am because I'm an entrepreneur, but when I was 30, I'd probably want to do 1,000,000 a month. I'm happy with 100,000, right? There's Greg
Mm.
Lewis. That's one of my clients coming in. And
Yes.
we Greg has been a client of mine for about 5 or 6 years. Greg, how long?
Yeah. Yes.
5 years?
Yeah, about 5 years.
Okay, show them your view of your house, what you're looking at.
Well, let's
He
see if I
lives in Tennessee, right on that big old river. Got this
Oh,
big old
Oh.
river, and he watches all the big boats go by and stuff. So
Yeah.
he's a pretty successful.
It's a cool
beautiful.
office. It's a
He
great
has a
office.
restoration company just like I did. So Greg, I wanted to bring him on because, it's almost unbelievable when you hear about SEO and somebody's ranking that quick. And I never promise anybody's going to rank. And I can actually prove it, right? I can show you these people ranking. So I'm very careful what I say when it comes to that, right? Like, I don't know how I'm doing it so well, other than I'm doing pillar pages and all these blogs and all these keywords. And we're not doing backlinks with none of my service businesses are using backlinks. I use them for my own company with my team. Now, if I can't get them to the first position, I will use relevant high domain authority backlinks. We'll go after that next. But Greg, one weekend. Now, I don't know if you remember this. Back in December, we had that big freeze go across the U.S. Well, all kinds of pipes were breaking. In Tennessee, they've never had that cold weather, and their pipes aren't made to withstand that kind of cold. Like in Colorado, ours are wrapped or heat tape or something like that. There, it's nothing. Tell them about the first job you got, Greg, the first week working with me. Now, Greg's been a client for a long time. I just upped his deal, which he pays more money for now. And he was a little worried about that deal. But now we're doing all this stuff for him, this content. And go ahead. I'm sorry, Greg, I talk a lot, right? All right, go ahead.
I was wondering, you're so shy and timid. I didn't know if
I need to be more shy.
So I guess it was sometime in November, a plumbing friend of mine, we also get referrals from plumbers being in the water damage business. And so one of them has become a friend, and we were talking about his business was slow and he was kind of frustrated with his online marketing. And I said, you ought to try my guy. And so I connected Joe and James.
Yep.
And so Joe and I talked about it, and he decided to optimize the plumber for emergency water damage, because that would also help me when he gets emergency water damage. Then we would clean up the mess, and he would.
Smart.
So anyway, but in the meantime, he was also optimizing tier restoration for emergency water damage, drying and mitigation and all that. And so we did it. Christmas, it was actually right around Christmas that we had 2 sub-zero days, consecutive days, and Tennessee is not prepared for that. And I knew we were going to have some freezing, and I was hoping that having done the optimization on my friend's plumber's website and ours would help. So we started getting calls almost the next day after the 2 sub-zero days. And from the plumber, he was referring some, and from one of those jobs, we hooked up with a property manager that connected us to a couple of $100,000 more of work. Our website attracted a guy from New York who was calling about a property in Tennessee that had frozen and wiped out a 16 unit, 16 buildings of apartments. And so it was going to be about a $500,000 job. Too long of a story. It ended up being about a $300,000 job.
Oh,
So,
I lied.
well, all told, we probably did just under $500,000 with that big job, and the property manager that we met, and the plumber referrals and all that from basically the SEO optimization on the plumber and our website.
So I made him $1 million in 2 weeks.
It was a good.
Wow. What an SEO success story. You do not hear those often.
Well, you got to be in a restoration where like a carpet cleaner might make $300 on a job.
Yeah.
Restoration, we could do multi-million-dollar jobs when we're doing commercial work like I did. And I even like Greg and I are great friends because we're in the same business. A lot of my clients are like this. So the 10,000. So I did that the first. So once I figured, okay, I've got this writing, and Greg's the one who talked me into what to charge, actually, because I like giving everything away, Julia. Like I just love these people and I love this industry. And Greg's like, look, dude, you got to charge some money here. Like you can't just work for $97 a month and I don't really pay myself because I don't need to, right? So what better company to have when you don't need to make any money, but it just makes money because you care. So he said, he thinks I should charge 5,000. I said, no, I'm going to do 2,500. First person I talked to, absolutely. Second person, absolutely. I didn't even have to really sell it. If I couldn't get the return on investment through doing all these blogs and content that we're doing, I could not charge that. So I know there's people out there thinking, well, everybody's going to be doing this. That's not true. No. Because nobody, if they don't pay attention to how to really do AIO, optimization, and how you really optimize and put a personal touch, everybody is going to be the same. It is going to be the same.
So true.
We don't use stock photos. We use Canva. We make our own photos. I'm very big on originality because that's what Google's looking for. But I use your AI detection tool all the time. Like we use it, right, Bess? We're in there using it all the time. We're like, man, I can't believe that it's like 98% human. And so, and I even use other.
Ironic. It's kind of ironic that a computer is telling you that no, this is not a computer.
Yeah, I know. It's true. Is kind of cool. But when you read it, you can see all that. So I think, there's no doubt in my mind you guys are going to be $1 billion company. I mean, how could you not be that with what you're giving us? And you're right. I read the story, Julia, of how the one girl just stopped doing everything. She didn't take on, AIO and she just stopped. She was making all this money. She was freaking out because now there's AI out there. And yeah, you're right. Like if you don't jump on board, when December came, when it was in November, Black Friday, and I never even heard of it yet. I didn't even know there was, I knew there's AI, like that's what Google does and all this. I didn't know there was this. I'm really that fresh. Last November, I saw this thing about Jasper and I bought the whole year, right? So I bought 1 million words, plus I got another 500,000 words from taking their test. So I had like 1.5 million words. So when I found out about you guys, I was cautious. I was like, dang, I'm already paying for this. What do I do? Now you can see we're buying your biggest package and we're going to need something bigger than that now because there's no comparison on the market because we're testing them all. We understand ChatGPT. I pay for that, the 4. We understand Jasper and it has its place, but simplicity and training, there's nothing compares to content at scale, like nothing at all. I'm saying that because it's true. Like my people love it. And I have more writers than this, well, he's not really a writer. Chucky's more my SEO manager, and he's overseeing a lot bigger picture. But we understand it. Keyword research is the most important thing anybody can do. If you just don't do the research, you're going to get random H2s and for your headlines. You got to know what people are searching so it ranks, and we're very good at that. We were already doing that, and now I got somebody that's way better than I am. I showed them how I want it to look. They're taking things way beyond what I can do. I had to stop Bess at 13,000 words on the plumbing site. I'm like, okay, Bess, that's enough. I think we've done enough. That's 13,000 because I have a word count. I'm like 13,454 words. Dang. Now my people are writing blogs to each one of those H2s. There might be 30 of them. So we're going to have 100,000 words for this one thing, like plumber near me or water damage restoration. And how do you do that without software like this? You can't do it without this kind of software. Now Greg's been with me on a journey for a long time. My clients don't leave, by the way, because they don't leave because I produce, right? We actually give there's no such thing as 150%, but if there was, that's what we're giving. Just like you guys at Content at Scale are giving way more than anyone can imagine. Your training is, what's the girl's name that does your training? What's her name?
Alyssa.
I mixed the two of you up. There's Alyssa is brilliant. She's very easy to listen to. She's a very good trainer. And I just like now Bess didn't train from me. She trained from my other AIO specialists that are in the Philippines. And one happened to be her sister-in-law. So it was a really good thing. So when I need writers now, so people are asking, where are you getting all these people? Well, my very first one, George has been with me for 6 years now. He's my Google ad specialist, and now he has a whole team under him. I found him on online jobs PH. So online jobs PH has over 3 million applicants. It's unbelievable. I don't have to use that anymore because now I just go to one of my team members here, and they find people for me that they know and like. So how I run my business, Julia, is I hire the managers, and then they hire everybody under them, because if there's a problem, it's not my problem, it's their problem. They hired somebody that they can work with. But why would I put somebody with them that maybe the personalities don't get along? I want them to work with people that are in. I haven't had a problem yet, man. It's working out fantastic. The only thing I'm worried about, I'm not that worried, but Chucky hired his girlfriend. And I said, well, if you guys break up, what are you going to do? How's that going to work? And I said, look, you need to marry her now because she's doing a lot of work for me and I like her, man. So let's get married and I'll give you a week off, okay, with pay. So I'm trying to get him married to my other writer and my other SEO person, right? So we're a very happy and uplifting company. Like, how do you feel like, look, I don't want to put him on the spot, but working with me, what do you guys think it's like working in this company and working with Julia's product? And do you feel any pressure from me, or is it just like every day's your birthday?
For me, I don't really feel any pressure since the tool is very effective and it has already the features that you can check the SEO on it, the keywords, and especially the AI detector. I've been writing with ChatGPT and Jasper. They could get like around 77% AI, but with Content at Scale, it's almost 100. And Google is very strict on AI written content.
So listen, I know that you love using Content at Scale. I lost my train of thought. Darn it.
Beth, have you already gone over the Beth, how long she's been with you writing and stuff?
2 weeks.
About 2 weeks, Greg.
Do you want me to show you what she just did, Julia, in 2 weeks?
Yes, please do.
Let me show you this.
Let me make you the co-host. Let's do that.
That's a great idea, Julia.
Putting you on the spot, Bez.
Don't start. He'll take over.
Okay,
Yeah.
Julia, just don't expect too much, okay?
So those of you that are watching, this is a count. These are the companies that we're doing blogs for. All these, you can see all the blogs we're writing here.
Wow.
So I have a lot, right? But let me go to the plumbing company. Okay, so we just did this one. Now there's a couple of problems because I haven't indexed it yet. Best it's got done. There's a few pictures we got to change, but this is plumber near me. And that's one of the top keywords that people are going after, plumber near me. So I'm going after all of this and we're writing, we have pictures, so this is what we're doing. We're taking this without Franklin, Tennessee. and we're searching for the top blog of this, right? And then that's how we're right. So then the blog will come back to this, right? And so she just wrote this and did all the pictures. She's using AI for
Wow.
pictures also.
Nice. Good
Some are a little
job.
weird, right? We're looking at it, but this is one pillar page, all of this. Bess, I want to tell you, this is the kind of pictures that I love. I love these type of pictures more than I like this type of picture, but that's okay. But look at all this, Julia.
Wow.
Everything we're doing and all of I love this, how to fix the running,
Yes.
right? So we're writing all this, we're separating it, right? This is the type of stuff. I love this picture. She did
Oh,
this in what is this in? Bess?
Which one?
This one right here.
That's Plumber Near Me.
Yes, this one. No, this picture.
Oh, that's in Canva.
That's what I thought. I love
Yeah.
because this is very clear. How
Is she doing she doing metadata for the
yes, she understands alt tags. So
Yeah.
alt tags?
Great.
Yeah.
everybody has SEO experience. They understand how to make these an alt tag. And basically we write all this stuff and then we're going to do a blog to each one of these,
Mhm.
right? Without putting in the geotag, because I want to know in the world, what is the best blog for this? And then we'll write the blog to this and we'll link back to the blog, and this page will link to the home page, and it goes on and on. How could you do this without AI? Like
yes.
you can't do this now.
Wow.
Now that
She
you
probably
just go to
Bess.
blog,
Bess does. How much do you know about plumbing, Bess?
nothing.
It's zero. I mean, I'm
Nothing.
learning actually.
So, but
Wow.
before I index it though, Julia, I'm going to go over this, right? And I'm going to make sure it has everything it needs. And before I do the index, I love this, the frozen pipe one right here with how you're writing down here. And she's just she's doing a great job. It's
Wow.
this is my team member. I don't like to think of people as employees, right? Because we're all a team, right? Just like you guys are at Content at Scale. We all have our own job, right? Like I might change this picture because that doesn't look like American money. I don't even know what that is, but that's okay. Bess, I'm not getting down on you. I'm just pointing it out that we're going to go over this tomorrow, right? But most of it, I've read it already and it's perfect. Over 13,000 words.
Wow.
So these are all of these H2s are going to be a blog. There's going to be a blog that goes to this, and this goes to the blog, right? And you understand that. So it goes on and on and on and on. And if I was to do iSearch from, have you ever used iSearch from?
Ooh, I haven't in a while.
Okay, iSearch from doesn't give impressions. I do so much Google advertising. I don't want impressions. Okay, so I will use this, and I'm doing it for the Franklin, Tennessee plumber. So this search was plumber for pipe burst, right? Like that might be something somebody searches for, and we're trying to beat Coolray right now. But you can see he is number 4 organic. Like that's hard. But look at this one, emergency plumber, seed keyword. Well, plumber would be the seed, but there's my ad right there. There's our Google ads.
Yeah.
And then here we are, right? Well, that's a hard one, but we're right here on the first page. Pipe master, right? There's this one is emergency plumber near me, one of the biggest searches there are. Here he is, there's his ad. And then here he is right here again, right? So we're working on getting him to the very top. He was on page 50 3 months ago, page 50. Now he's on the first page.
Lee Company is our governor, Bill Lee. So that's
this is the governor owns Lee Company. There's something going on there.
Wow.
And here, if you haven't, I sent this to all of my employees. Read this. Julia wrote it right here. So I read it. I go, okay, the best word count for SEO doesn't exist. And that's true. It doesn't exist. Right? It's whatever the intent is. And so I'm writing very long form pillar pages, Julia, as you can see.
Beautiful content.
I'm not writing nothing. Bess is. Then I have more other writers that I hired Bess to be a blog writer, but I loved her style. And I was worried that if she didn't do a good job and I had to remove her from the company, that's a better word than saying firing, right, Bess?
Yeah, that's true.
Physically remove her. There would be a problem with her brother and sister-in-law and all this. And I'm like, okay, Bess needs to work directly under me. But her first pillar page, that one you just saw, is showing me that like Bess isn't going anywhere.
No, I have to hand it to you. Very well done on implementing the craft framework, the optimization process.
We're
Yeah.
watching your stuff all the time now. It's
Yeah.
So
not,
good.
it's Alyssa and Julia with their craft framework. I thought you deserve the position you got because you came up with something like that. So you know writing. I know how to put a URL.
One thing Joe hasn't said, he types with one finger.
I am a one-finger typer.
What?
He's been trying for 5 years to get me to take a typing class. But I'm pretty fast, Julia, with that one finger.
I need to see this.
It is true. I'm a company that can't even type, and I'm killing it and getting clients to pay me the kind of money they're paying me because I have the right team. And you might be a great writer. And if you're a good writer and you understand, I don't even know what a verb is. So, no, I do. But, I love that your content at scale does not write passively, which is awesome. It's starting to really, like, it's almost so good. It's like, okay, you can probably make a person out of your AI stuff. It doesn't make sense. It's just really good.
Yeah.
And it makes it easy for my writers to do what they got to do. And yeah, anybody that's thinking about doing this, I don't know. Look, I even got rid of Surfer SEO. You've heard of that, right?
Yes.
You guys now have the scores. I had to keep it until you got that. I knew it was coming. I heard about it and I'm like, okay, let me see this. And now everything's in one place. That's saving me money every month. I don't have to pay for that. Surfer SEO is awesome. It's a great company, man. Nothing bad to say about them. I just want everything in one place and make it simple. We have a system in our company and I want to make it really simple, for people. And I wanted to show you this one more thing. Right here. So this is Search Console, where this is your AI detector. And I'm putting stuff in here and I'm trying to see, like what if I check for it, and I must have just put that in there and forgot about it. What's going to happen? Oh, look at that. I'm human. Okay. This is stuff, right? So 97% human, but where did I put it? Okay, this is how we get clients. We'll do a Google business, we'll do a website audit, right? We'll do an SEO audit. This is 312 pages.
Sure.
Right? So we'll do an SEO audit and we'll also do a Google business profile audit. And we send this to the client. This is how I got the last $2,500 client. I sent them these, but it doesn't matter if I have these and I look really awesome with 300-page audits. If I can't deliver, who cares, right? Nobody cares, man. It's like Greg said, I don't care what you do. If my phone doesn't ring, it doesn't ring, right? And so Greg has been a client for a long time. He's in a very tough industry. It's, when you're talking about water damage jobs and it's $80 for a click in Google Ads because water damage is so lucrative, like you can't screw up.
And Surfro is in our backyard in Nashville.
Yes.
So yeah, it's very competitive. And Nashville has become a place that people are moving to, big companies, and so yeah, it's
so that
competition.
That $300,000 job that Greg got actually goes beyond that because he's being invited into a group where these companies do $100 million a year. Like these are big restoration companies that travel the whole US, right? And do all the hurricanes and stuff. And so because of that job, and he brought another big company in with him, this could be worth $100 million that Google, that content at scale stuff that I did for him that got him this job could be worth $100 million. Is that true, Greg?
Yeah. Oh yeah. It's open doors way beyond just those calls. So yeah,
Yes.
it's
So
Wow.
this is
Amazing.
when people are doing content and they're getting the right content and they understand SEO the right way and how to
Yeah.
use what you give us, these things happen, right? It's not just one organic call.
Mm.
It's that call turned into possibly $100 million a year for him. So I know that sounds crazy, right? But it's that if you've been, I was in that industry, I know what it's worth. Imagine a huge building, a commercial building, 50 stories flooding from the top down. That could be $50 million, just that job, right? Now I did a lot of residential. Residential are usually around 10 to 30,000, but $10,000 for 6 hours of work because all your equipment that's drying it that you own is making you all the money, or fire jobs. But you know, we're sold on your product. Now I'm gonna have to talk to you about moving beyond your top tier because we're buying more now. And I'm like, dang man, I'm gonna have to move up, which is great, right?
Yes.
My riders are kicking ass. So can we say that? Yes, we can. They're my team is, I couldn't find a better team. And now some of your people that are in your private group that I'm in are asking for my help, right? To get
Yes.
employees, and I'm there to help people. You know, any of you that might need help, I'm here to help you, right? Like I'm helping people find employees themselves because I know the Philippines so well. I've been there. So I was in the Navy, so I understand the culture. My son is half Filipino from my first wife, and so I understand the culture real well. And I don't think you can find better employees on earth, man. And I have great clients that they're great as long as they pay me, Julia. When they stop paying me, that changes. Do you have any final questions on anything?
Oh, I think you covered everything, Joe.
Hey, listen. Can I get a backlink to my business on this? Holding your feet to the fire here, man. Greg told me to ask you that. Greg?
Of course you can. You totally earned it.
There we go, man. Greg, thank you. Thank you. Yeah, you better ask her for that backlink, dude. So, any questions? I am a talker. I am excited about life, and I love what I do. I love this industry that we're in, and I'm always going to, give 150% to everybody. And we have tried them all, Julia. There is no better company than Content at Scale that I can't find any. And look, if you were to look at, look, I'll show you before we end. I'll show you one more thing. I use this thing called start.me, okay? And so, and it has like all the places I go to all the time, right? But I have this AI one.
Second from the top. Second from the top.
Oh, there it is. Yeah. This is all the AI stuff I've tested.
Wow.
Look at you. You're down here because you're the best. But I'm just saying that I'm not new at this. I'm constantly what's best for my company is best for my company. There's nothing better than Content at Scale. There is nothing better. And yes, to train a writer is well, I'm not going to train them up. You are. You're Alyssa, and you are doing all my training. And I did copy your videos. I'm not giving them to other people, but I copied the class where it went more in depth. And I'm like, my writers need to see this because I didn't know how to invite them in there.
Okay.
A way to invite them, right? Into
yes.
So you guys are the best, man. You're awesome. What else can I say?
Thank you.
So,
that's a good note to wrap on.
Job? What is it like getting a call from Content at Scale and then making you the president? What did that feel like?
Oh, it was amazing. I mean, it was very natural how it all happened. I found this technology just like you. I was like, okay, this is the game-changing one. For me, it was the one that was going to replace what I did as a service. So I was like, okay, I better adapt. I'm an optimist. I'm never one to be left behind when the times are changing. So I wrote them a marketing plan on a weekend. was on a call with the founder that Monday. He made me VP. I accepted. It was a no-brainer. And then 3 months later, I was the president because, I just naturally started kind of running the company because I'm an entrepreneur.
Yeah,
That's what I do.
he's the code dude. He's doing all the stuff on the back end. He doesn't need to run the company. He needs to do what he's doing what he's doing because I love the product. And I don't think they could have found a better person. You're friendly, you're personable, you're from Texas, right?
That's true.
That's where all my exes are from, by the way. Texas. So
fun fact.
I don't have any exes. I've been married 41 years, man, and I'm madly in love to this day. Extremely close. We worked together in our restoration company. It wasn't like she went to a job and I did. We've been together 24 hours a day for 41 years.
Amazing.
It is. And I'm still married. She says she a lot. Yeah, we have a great relationship and life is good. I love what I'm doing. I'm so thankful for your product. We couldn't do it without content at scale. We couldn't do what we're doing. So what's my next move? Well, I'm pretty sure I did 10,000. It was 100 because one guy just raised him $100. That's where that came from. 4 clients. I'm very cautious with testing now. I see that it's working. So now I'm going to go out and I don't know. I can probably that could probably be in 6 months, 100,000 more a month.
Wow.
Or more. I don't know, right? Because when you're not like focused on, I got to be the biggest and you're just helping people and you know that it works, why wouldn't people come to my company and work with us, right? Listen, I'm not just an ad agency. My clients call me to ask how to do a fire job. How do I sell this $200,000 fire job? And I'm walking them through the whole process for the adjuster. And it was Jeff Kuntz. He did get the job, Greg. He got that $200,000 job. And I'm like, dude, you're not even paying me for this stuff. You're paying me as your ad agent. And so I help people in this industry also get bigger jobs. And when they get them, this is what you got to do to get the job now, right? Once you're talking to an adjuster, because I understand it. Just like you're a writer, you got the job you got because you were already one of the best out there. I've seen your stuff and I see what you've done. And isn't it awesome in our 21st century, we can sit on our butt at home and make money?
It's amazing. I still think that every day.
It's crazy thinking. I bought a $6,000 laptop that I can go to Starbucks or something and just have coffee, right? And I can work on it. So my work is more like, this blog is awesome. Put that URL in, bam, here we go. And then I optimize my stuff because I do a lot of guest posts, right? So I'm using your software for guest posts also, right? So I'm not publishing it because I'm copying it to put in. I'm getting it there and I copy it and then I send it for a guest post for my own website. I got all these really high-end backlinks. So I'm testing backlinks. And in 1 month, I went from a 0 on SEO Pillar Master to an 11 domain authority. That's in 1 month just from backlinks. So I know backlinks work. Now we're starting to do blogs and we're starting to write more stuff now. And because I wanted to see, do backlinks really work? They do if it's a like kind industry, right? I look at competition and they have 10,000 backlinks and it's about a hamburger place and they're a carpet cleaner or all this stuff that's not even related. Our backlinks that we do are all highly related. So anything, I know I can go for hours and hours, but do you have anything else, Julia?
Well, Joe, you're just a gold standard of a business owner. I'm delighted we got the chance to talk about content at scale and honestly just to hear how you're implementing it. Not just that, but how you're treating your team, how they're benefiting from just being in your company and, how you even see people as managers of other people and not just employees, but team. So there's so much gold in this video.
Well, I can't wait to publish it. Both of them have gotten a raise and he's been with me a month and a half.
Amazing.
2 weeks. Well, at some point you got to think, okay, I feel crazy with paying her this. She's way too good, right? And I didn't have to do that. She's 2 weeks in. I just really care about people that work with me that make this company money. And I want to take great care of them. I've already told all my employees, I want to be the company like Google where everybody, it's like, how do you get a job with Top Click Joe, right? How do you get in there? He pays more than anyone else because I am that company. I want to pay my employees more than what than they think they're worth.
That's
Because I
great.
think they're worth much more.
And they're going to go nowhere if you do that. So that
So
is
they're never going to go
the way
anywhere.
to do it.
And
Yeah.
Greg, I'm going to need to charge Greg more money to do that, but I think Greg's good with that.
All right,
Are you,
Greg.
Greg?
My encouragement for you to charge more is for other people, not
That's
me.
what he tells me. He said, listen, this isn't about me, dude. You don't charge me more. You charge all them more.
Oh
And I'm
boy.
like, okay, I will. So I owe it to Greg because I did raise it 2,500 and I didn't, I tend to give things away. And
Well, what I was talking to Joe about is look at what you're delivering compared to other people who
Yes.
deliver that. So don't compare, what
yes.
your labor it is costing compared to what other people are charging for delivering that much content and services. So that's just bring it in line.
So
Yeah.
we deliver, we couldn't do it without your software. No way we can do it without content at scale. I'd love to get on when you guys are talking about how you're going to build this bigger and stuff. Like I have some great ideas for you, right? I really think you need to get into a way to do pillars in some way, because that would be, that takes me away from another competitor. I come here.
True.
I don't really look at anybody being your competitor anymore. We tried to figure out how to do it with blogs, but that would be like 1 million words then for each keyword. So we don't need that many words, I don't think. So, but there's other 90% you, who do I talk to, Julia? Because I'm gonna have to up my plan pretty soon. It's not even due till the 17th, and I've already bought an extra. I had 120, I bought 15 or 20 more. So I'm like, okay, I'm beyond that plan now. Because my writers now, they're not just writing blogs, they have it scheduled. They're already scheduled out till next week. Right?
Nice.
Like blogs are scheduled to go out next week on this content at scale you can schedule.
Yeah.
I didn't even know that. I think it was Bess or somebody showed me that. I'm like, wow, let's do that. Let's get ahead. So now if somebody gets sick or needs a vacation, we're always a week or two ahead with our blog posts. So that's what we're doing. Listen, if you're on the fence about this, no joke. There's nothing like it in the world. Content at scale is the best product out there. You now get to have a score with the keywords as you put the keywords in. If you were using another software, I was using Surfer. Now I just use content at scale. Why pay for two things? I've already got this, and I'm sure you guys have things coming up on the horizon that's going to be even more awesome, because I've only been part of this for like 3 months. Maybe not even 3 months, Julia, maybe 2 months. And I've seen huge changes in 2 months. Like I love the voice one where I can use you as a voice, or Dean. I used to read all Dean's stuff. I'm like, what does he do? Spend a year writing a blog? Like there's no way you can write like that. Now I try to find this stuff and I grab it and I put it into content at scales to write my stuff, man. So, but I love your voice is awesome because you're a great writer. And you two got I sent you the, where she did the new blog she just wrote for, what is it called again?
What's what called?
That blog you just wrote on the 9th.
Oh, Search Engine Land.
Search Engine Land. I sent it to you guys to see her style. So look what she's doing here and let's copy this stuff, right? Like how she writes, because it's really good. So that's all we got to do. We just got to copy you guys. We don't even have to know anything. I think a monkey can do this with content at scale. I'm pretty sure of it. A trained monkey can probably do it.
We're close to that. I don't disagree.
I think you are, man. I love it. Okay, so I know we went over the time. I think I do Zoom meetings all the time, and I say, okay, a 10-minute Zoom meeting turns into how long, guys?
1 hour, 2 hours.
The last meeting we had, my wife's cousin was texting my wife, oh my God, please stop him. So my wife came in and said, okay, that's enough. They're all getting tired of it.
Oh, well, I'll go ahead.
I mean, every Zoom meeting is like Joe having a concert, and you learn a lot. That's what I love working with him. It's like you learn new things every time.
Yes. No, and what I love on this one, Joe, is you kept getting more and more positive.
Well, I'm a very
Testimonial got better and better.
well. I'm that type of person. I'm very excited about life. I'm excited about this
Love
industry.
it.
And I know that a lot of people are going to be left behind because they're not adapting to it, and they're
Oh my
not thinking,
gosh.
they think it's crazy. But you heard him. He got a $500,000 job. My plumber gave him like another $500,000 of work because I was doing his SEO, and I'm using your software. That's
Amazing.
where I first started using it. I started using it there, right? And oh my gosh, man, it's I don't know if I can give you more than, I don't know how many stars I can give you guys. Like, what do you want? Like 100 stars? Like, you're the best. You're the best, and you're very good to us because you give us so much value. You're putting a lot of content out. You're really trying to help us out here in the field, the agencies like mine. And I'm bummed out that I'm not the only one that knows about it. Dang it. Like, I wish it was just me and I can grab the whole world. But other people know. And I'm meeting with Dom on Wednesday. He's in Australia. He's in the group, right? Like, because he does a little bit like what I do. And, like 10 brains are much stronger than one. I'm very, I love sharing my knowledge, and I love getting knowledge from other people, like from you, and and we're all going to move forward and do great things with this, right? So I'm not getting left behind. I'm not the person that watches. I jump on board the second I figure something out. I see it. Like, we're not stepping back. And now my people are professionals at it now. And I don't even, actually, the bigger I get, the less I have to work because I got more employees and they're doing it all. And I actually sometimes now, Julia, sit here and look at my screen thinking, what do I do today? Because they're doing it all.
Wow,
like,
that's great.
Right? Because it's getting so good. This company's running so well with people like Bess. And I use Chucky because Milbert, I'm like, who calls their kid Milbert? Come on, man. He got beat up a lot. He is a rock and roll star, though, in the Philippines. He plays guitars, heavy metal. And so he is really good. And when do you get married, Chucky? Is it soon?
That's secret for now, but I'll tell you. I'll let you know.
He is getting married, so we don't lose his girlfriend. Anyway.
One of the best things Joe did was hire a virtual assistant that happens to be married to George, his Google Ads guy. But she is helping to organize. I don't know if you noticed it. Joe kind of gets all these ideas going and keeps people, but she can kind of corral all the ideas together and hold people accountable, and she's been a great benefit.
Well, she tells me every day what the whole team does. I have a list of everything they've done. In fact, that list is so long now, I don't even have time to read that. It's so much stuff my people are doing. I'm like, I am giving great value. I can't even read the highlights. It's so much. So it really is like that here. But we're excited to be part of your team, Julie, and be part of Content at Scale. We love what you guys are doing there. And there's not enough that I can say about it. It would give it not enough justice because it's the best. There's nothing better. There's no better AI out there. Like there's a lot of really weird AI stuff happening now because everybody's trying to do it. I get 6,000 emails now. I'm focused on Content at Scale. We are focused. We're taking the ride with you guys, and we're going to build our business off of your back and your training.
Love it. Love it. Well, that's a great note to end on, Joe.
Yes.
Love it. Thank you so much. Thanks for being here. Thank you for bringing Bess and Chucky and Greg on. It was great to meet you all.
Yeah. So
thanks for sharing your story.
Nice to meet you, Julia.
Thank you guys for being here at, what is it, 2 in the morning, 2:19 in the morning.
True.
Still early.
Yeah, it's early. Well, Chucky works my hours, and so does Bess half the time. She works when I'm. And
they're used to it.
Well, I want them to get really good at what they're doing, and then they can work their daytime and
smart.
That way I can talk with them when there's a problem, and when I see no problems, they can just switch to their daytime. Chucky likes working my hours though. He doesn't like working during his daytime hours. Now, Bess, I'm sure she wants to go back to daytime. But she is half and half now. So anyway, I need to shut up so you can end it, Julia, because if I don't shut up,
I'll just hit end.
but I love this. I loved meeting you in person
Aw, same.
That's right. Stay humble, dream big, just like your sign says, right?
Yes.
We
Oh,
all
I
have to
believe in
stay
that.
humble and dream
Yes.
big. Great things will happen.
So true.
Peace out, man.
Awesome.
Thank
Bye.
you. Bye-bye.
Have a good day, guys. Bye.
Bye.
Thank you. Bye.